Okay, we are recording. So, as I stated before, today's uh, Thursday, October 3rd. We are continuing to work on the noun clauses part for our grammar. The talking is going to be about men versus women, men compared to women. Ooh. And then we will do some writing at the end. I actually should have written uh, grammar number two and writing because you're going to do the writing first. So that's the plan for today. And then switching over um, in our Google Classroom, and let me just get that. So I have to share something else. Okay. As you can see, I'm finally back in my office, so um, it's a lot nicer and easier for me, and hopefully better for you guys. So in Google Classroom, under our classwork tab, right now you can see we're in lesson C, which is the other grammar. Um, and then what I did is I put lesson A, the one we started with the vocabulary, and I did a word search. Can you raise your hand if you ever do these activities? Let me open it and then you can see it. Do you guys ever do these where you have to find the words in the puzzle? Anybody ever do
Yay!
anybody ever do these? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so I made this, and it has, you can see it has all of the vocabulary. Well, not all, but the main vocabulary from the unit. And what this does is it helps you with spelling and just also recognizing the word and then remembering. So you will have to print this out, and I think you'd want to print it because it's easier to just write on it. There are some ways, I'm sure, to do it online, but I think writing it, printing it somehow would be a lot easier. Yeah. Okay, so that is under the listening and vocabulary. I put it right at the top where it says new. And yeah, so then unit one, lesson C. So we are still working on this one here where it says unit one, lesson C. Basically, this is the main one that we have open. And you'll see if I open it, one that has the 4 pages. It should look like this on the first page. So we started this with everyone who was here on Tuesday, and but we didn't finish. We started very late, so you haven't missed anything. So the first activity that you're doing um, are looking at the noun clauses. So, like I mentioned earlier, if you were not here, don't worry. This is not too complicated. So, what this is, where it says that clause. This is where you have pieces, right? You have part of a sentence. So, say you have the entire sentence. Uh, People say that Jerry plays the guitar very well. That's one whole sentence. Well, look at what we call clauses, is we look at parts of them. So the first part is the introductory clause. Introductory clause. So this one gives either the opinion or something you heard. So where it says here, Emily realizes. So she's coming to know something. And she realizes something. And then we also have people say. So these are the introductions, right? These are the introductions to the other part. So this is the first piece, the introductory clause. Now, this one is called the object clause. Don't try to remember that. It's not important. Just know that the other part, right, is what the opinion is. So Brenda has a good brain. That is an opinion, right? I might think Brenda has a bad brain or a so-so brain, right? This is an opinion. Or Jerry plays the guitar very well. Well, maybe I'm an expert and I don't think that Jerry plays that well. Or maybe I think he's an expert, right? So these are opinions. These are our opinions. Any questions so far? Okay. Next thing here, these are questions. So let me clear this. So with questions, I'll just make this yellow. You have do you, right? Because usually these are conversation type of statements, right? Or questions. So I'm talking to you and I say, do you think, right? Or maybe do you feel, that's not a good color, huh? Do you believe, right? Do you believe is another one. And that is going to be my introductory clause. I can't get this. Sorry, I'm trying to change the color. Okay, there we go. And then I give the opinion. So, do you think? And then people are smart in different ways. So, I'm asking you your opinion. What do you think about it? Or you are smart. So, do you feel you're smart? Now, the word that is being attached here before the opinion is that. That is the word that is connecting these. That is connecting these parts. So remember here, we have got our opinion. And over here, we have got the introduction to our opinion. Because we cannot just say that Jerry has a good brain or Jerry plays the guitar very well. There's no question. That is a fact, right? If I'm saying what I believe or what I think, my opinion, then I'm going to say it in a way like, oh, people say, or I think, or, do you think this too, right? It's giving an opinion. It's not a fact, right? So that's why we have the introduction and then the object clause here. Now, one thing I also want you guys to look at right here, Brenda has a good brain. That is a complete sentence. We have our subject. Everything you say has a subject, right? It either is a thing, a person, right? A place. San Francisco is beautiful, or Jerry plays the guitar, right? The subject here in this first one is Brenda. Brenda is the subject. Then we have the verb. The verb is has, right? Brenda has. Something belongs to her. What does she have? A good brain. This is a complete sentence. So it is written like that. Same thing with the next one. That's who we are talking about. What about Jerry? Oh, he plays, that's the action verb, the guitar very well. The next one, people, that's the subject. The verb is are, right? The verb to be. I am, you are. You are what? smart in different ways. Again, complete sentence. People are smart in different ways. Or you're smart. Complete sentence. That's who we're talking about. What about you? You are what? You are smart. So these are complete sentences. So they can be alone, right? They can be alone. The thing with a clause, with a part of it, is that you cannot say this one or this one by itself. It does not make sense. I cannot say Emily realizes, because you're thinking Emily realizes what? What does she realize, right? I'm looking for more information. I also cannot say that Brenda has a good brain, because in my mind, I'm thinking something is before that, right? Needs to be, I think that Brenda has a good brain. So once you put that in the front, you need to have the introductory part of it. Does that make sense? Everybody good? Okay. All right. So scrolling down here, we have the list of all, well, not all, but the ones that are used the most. So, of course, I think is probably the biggest one. He realizes. So I think, Maria, we were talking about on Tuesday, because I think, let me see if everybody here speaks. I don't even know who's here. Let's see here. Um, why is it not letting me? Won't let me see the people. That's strange. Okay. I am not sure. I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on with my. Uh, that's why I do not like Google Meet, because it has some strange things happening. But anyway, if all of you guys speak Spanish, if there is someone in the meeting who doesn't speak Spanish, just raise your hand, because I normally would not explain something how it is in another language. But Maria and I talked about how I think, right? Go ahead, Maria. What would I think? I think that you are smart, right? How would you say that in Spanish? And you're on mute.
Yo pienso que soy inteligente. Ajá.
Exactly. So the yo pienso is the I think. The K is the that. And then you have the rest of your sentence, right? You have the opinion. So the difference, like for believe, it's yo creo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But realize, you guys use it, Spanish speakers, it's a different form the way that it is. It's not the same as the way we use it in English. So that might be the one that is different for you. But hopefully it just translates directly for you. You can make a question, right? Do you think? Do you believe? Does he realize, right? People believe. Do you feel, etc., etc.
Okay.
Any questions about the introductory clauses, like the first part? All right. And then we had practice. So I had you guys go into groups to do these. And I want to show you here that I did the first one. So what we have here are words that are not in the correct order. So you have to put them in the correct order. So easily enough, for this one, whenever you see a question mark, you know you need a question word. And if we're asking a question, it's probably do you, right? Do you? And then we're going to need a word like think or feel. And in this case, it's believe. So, do you believe? And then the second part, you have to put that in between, and then you're going to have the complete sentence. There are many kinds of intelligence that you're going to put those together. And I'm sure you guys have done, even if you were not here on Tuesday, I'm sure you've done these kinds of exercises before. So on your copy, you have your own copy. All you have to do where it says type here. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that. So where it says type here, if you click on it, do you see that? It brought up this blue box. And what you can do is just like backspace or delete on your computer, and then you can type whatever you want. So you can type right on there. Any questions about that or the activity itself, the exercise? Okay. And then continuing down, I think that's all that's on this page. That's all that's on this page. The second page, these are questions that we are going to do together. So do not do page 2. Don't do page 2. Only page 1 and then page 3. Pretty much if you see where I put type here, those are the ones that you want to answer. So on page 3, okay, you are going to rewrite the sentences. So the way this one is, it says, Alicia's teacher thinks she is smart. All you are doing on this one, since it says use that, you put Alicia's teacher, so you put that part, and then thinks, right? Alicia's teacher thinks. I don't want to do it that way. That's messing it up here. Alicia's teacher thinks, and then you add that, and then she is smart. So you're pretty much keeping the same order here, right? Except you are putting that right here. Easy enough, right? Here, I think math is an interesting subject. So, oops. So it would be, I think that, oh, I didn't know I was in all caps. I think that. And then math is da-da-da-da-da-da-da, is an interesting subject. That's all you're doing on this one. Any questions about this exercise? Okay. And then exercise 2, now you are going to have to write more. You're going to write questions. Questions are always difficult when you're learning a new grammar form, how to write it. So in this case, you have, and you're going to write it with that, right? You're going to include that. So here it gives you, people are smart in different ways. That is the complete question. So you know that is going to come after the word that. So that, and then you just bring the people are smart in different ways. You are just bringing this down here. In parentheses, you have do you think. All that happens is do you think goes to the front. So do you think that people are smart in different ways? That's how you write the question. Looking at number 2, we have exercising 3 times a day is important. So I'm going to bring that right down. Times a week is important. But I'm going to go back because I know that right before exercising is the word that. And then all I'm going to do is put the words in parentheses, the do you agree at the beginning. Do you agree that exercising 3 times a week is important? Question mark. Everybody with me? Any questions here? Okay. For some of you, I cannot see you at all because of there's something with the meeting. I'll fix it. But if you have a question, just raise your hand because I can't see you. So that's all that's on page 3. The last page here, page 4. On this one, this is where you are going to do kind of the same thing you did on page 3, except now you are giving your opinion. So they give you 2 options. So you have here in the first one, either I agree or I don't agree. And the statement is people are smart in different ways. So what you're going to do is put your opinion words, which would be I agree or I don't agree, and then you're going to put that, plug that in to bring those 2 pieces together, and then just bring the people are smart in different ways straight down here. You don't have to change the order of the words. Make sense? Okay. And then the bottom, the last activity you're going to do, it tells you to answer the question and use introductory clauses. The introductory clauses, right? Those are just these. Those are these. The I think, right? All of those. That's what they mean by introductory clauses. So you're going to use those here at the bottom. You're going to look at the pictures, and I think I might have it a little too big here. Yeah, you're going to look at the pictures here, and it will ask you questions. And again, it's the same thing really that you're doing because it gives you part of it. So thus is the singer 25 or 45, and then you're going to use I'm sure. So you're just bringing I'm sure down here. You're putting in the word that, and then this is where you have to do a little thinking because you have to think about what is the complete sentence. So the complete sentence here would be, oops, it says, is the singer 25 or 45? So it would be the singer is, let's just say 45, right? So I'm sure that the singer is 45. You could say it that, oh, yeah. You could say it that way, or instead of the singer, you could say he because it's a man. And then you could put he and is together, which is what they did. And it's, I'm sure that he's 45. Everybody see how I got to the he's 45? Okay, so that's what they did. You've got the next one. Is he more gifted in music or math? So you're going to start, right, with the I'd say, because that's what they're giving you to use. So I'd say, and we know that, right? Right after your introduction, you have to say, I'd say that he, but now we can't say I say that is he. You don't say that because now that's making it, that second part, it's making it a question. Is he? They already asked the question, is he more gifted in music or math? So I'd say that he is more gifted in, I'll just say math. So that's what you're doing because you have to have a complete sentence here. He is more gifted in math. All right. Anybody have any questions about the exercises? Okay, good. So I'm going to put you guys into breakout rooms. Hopefully it will let me do that. It is not. There it is. Now I can see who all is here. Okay. We'll do 4.
Teacher, one question.
Yes,
I
yes.
didn't pay attention for the conjunction when you put I'd said. I'd say that
Uh-huh.
is more. What is the meaning for the apostrophe D? Is
Oh,
had?
gotcha. Good question. So
Mhm.
that one is I would.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yep, I
Okay.
would
Okay.
say. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good question. Okay, I'm gonna have to. It keeps doing this, and I don't know why. She's not even in the class anymore. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And okay, that's one group. 2, and it's 2. Okay, and hi, Gracie and Sheila. See, you guys are here. Let's see, Carolina is here. Okay, so I've got our pairs here, and you should get your invitation right now. Perfect. So Juan, you should see where it's inviting you to a breakout room. You should see on your computer.
I think I look
Oh, you
somebody.
were frozen. Yeah. Do you see it on your computer? Do you see on the screen it
Do you hear me?
says you're in a breakout room? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, let me edit. I think you're not in a room. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna add you to a room here.
I got it. I got it now. The invitation.
Oh, you got it. Okay, perfect, perfect. guys finished already? Hello?
We finished.
You finished? Okay, hold on. This thing is. There it is. You guys Okay, great. You guys finished up, but you guys started the other day. Okay, let me check on the other groups and see how they're doing.
Just
You have a
to let
question?
you know that you remember I have to leave like at 7.
Today? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Is that
Thursday.
every Thursday? Let me
Yeah.
write it down here.
I will try to connect like 8 or 7:30, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's see. Every Thursday. Okay. All right. Let me check on the other groups here. Hi, Sheila. I had you going to breakout room 2. Are you finished?
Yes, ma'am. I finished first one, and I'm going to number three.
Okay, so you should see an invitation to go to breakout room 2. I'm trying to make bigger groups to work together.
Okay. But my typing is not working. I'm writing on my copy. Is it
That's
okay?
fine. That's fine. Yeah, but I wanted groups to have more people.
Okay.
So, oh, here's Gracia. Hi, Gracia.
I
Hi. Are you finished?
oh yes,
No.
yes. I don't know. Is the moment at the advisor is the retour breakup is the moment out the room and on the group is the Tony and Carolina Estrada.
Yeah.
The
So I
retour, this.
sit there because I want to make bigger groups.
Okay.
So that's why I sent you there to finish.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should be able to go back to breakout room 1. And then Caroline, oh, that already happened. Okay. Yeah, Gracia, you should see the button to go back to breakout room 1.
Is the advisor no look in my
You
computer?
don't see it? Okay, let me. It should let me edit and then I can. Okay, now you should see an invitation to go to breakout room 1.
No, teacher.
No? Okay, let me edit. Oh, no, there it is. I do see you. To be in breakout room 1. You have to click the button to join. You don't see a button on your screen?
No,
Huh.
teacher.
Okay, let me try to edit one more time. Because you're already there. Okay, let me save it that way, and then I'll do it again and add you. Not sure why it's not working.
Nothing, teacher.
Okay, now I just click save. Hopefully this time it worked. Do you see? Oh, it worked. Good. Okay, I am going, ladies, to check on the other groups since I made them bigger groups and see how they're doing. Let me check on group 2. I'll be right back. Hi, Cado.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. I think because you and Adriana finished, and I have a group that's having trouble, I want to have you work with them if you don't mind, because I think they're really having trouble with the exercise. They're getting some, but I think some are confused. Do you mind? Is it okay if I go
Okay,
ahead
teacher.
and either?
Yes,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay, perfect. Let me put you there. Da, da, da. Okay, you should see the invitation. And you can just let them know I had you join to help them with the exercises.
Hi, Gracia. Welcome back.
Hi, teacher. My group are return in few minutes.
Oh, you guys are finished?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
It's very nice. Very nice, my group.
Oh, good, good.
So much
Okay,
fun.
I'm gonna actually clear it and bring everybody in and work on it. Because it's 7:15. I want to do another activity. So I'm going to do that and we'll see what happens. Let's see.
Teacher, and
I
the
don't know if that
vocabulary
happened.
is I complete the vocabulary. Is
Oh, okay.
relaxing.
Good,
Thank you.
good. So I think everyone now will, oh, it still didn't delete all the people. That is so bizarre. What did it say to do? It said clear, disconnected. Sorry, I'm looking at something. Clear at the top of the breakout. Oh, at the bottom. There it is. I'm sorry. Okay. Doesn't say that. Okay. All right. I think I have to. There we go.
Oh, we're here.
Hi,
Yeah, we don't know what happened
everyone.
with Sheila.
Oh, you lost Sheila? Let's
Yeah, we
see.
lost her. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see her. Oh, no, it still shows her name, but I'm having trouble. People who are not here, it's not letting me. Maybe it'll do it later on, but
Oh.
and let me see now if I can see everyone. Yay, I can see everyone in the meeting now. Okay. So I know this for some this, and you know, it's funny because activities like this for some people, right? They have that mathematical, they put them, you know, in the order, and for other people it's very confusing. So let me go over where am I? Window. Yes. Okay, there it is. Okay. If I do this and I can make it bigger. All right. So we had, I think we did together that I think that Nina has an interesting family. I think we did that one together. And then we have Brenda's teachers agree that she is very gifted. That was a tricky one. And actually, let me open with Cami. That way I can highlight some of these. Okay. No, wrong button. There we go. Okay. So for number 3, it helps with these activities to look for the word that has the capital letter. And the only one in number 3 is Brenda's.
Okay.
So we bring Brenda. She's the subject there. So Brenda's, we know it's something that belongs to Brenda, a thing or a person, right? Brenda's daughter, Brenda's friend. So it just so happens to be Brenda's teachers. So we bring Brenda's teachers, right? The teachers of Brenda. Then we know we need that word that gives us, you know, the opinion word, the agree, the believe, and the only one that fits is agree. So Brenda's teachers agree. And because we have the word that, we're going to put that right here, right after that opinion word. So Brenda's teachers agree. What do they agree? They agree that, and then the words that are left are she very gifted is. We know in English you have to start with the subject here because remember this whole thing is a sentence.
Wait a moment.
So we have she, right? That she. And then the next word is our verb. She is. So there's is. And then we're left with very and gifted. very, and gifted. So we know those have to go in order. So very, Maria, can you mute yourself? There's some noise, I think, from people. So very gifted, not gifted, very. So it's Brenda's teachers agree that she is very gifted. Anyone have questions about number 3? Okay. Number 4, again, look for the word that is capitalized, that has a capital letter, especially with a question. So we have do, fits right in, do. Do is going to go with do you, do we, or do they. The only one that's there is you. That's the only one that's there. So we're going to put you. Do you. Just like here, Brenda's teachers. But here we're asking a question. So it's do you. And then the opinion word is agree. But here we have think. Right? So do you think? Everybody with me? Maria, do you mind muting yours? There's background. So do you think? I'm looking for you. Where's think? Yeah, got think. Okay, do you think? And then the next word is that. Okay, and so we had yellow for that. Do you think that? And the words that we are left with are Nina, very, cooks, and
Cooks.
well.
Very well, teacher.
Exactly.
Cooks.
So I've left out well, didn't I? Okay.
Yes. Cooks.
I don't know if it's
Very
gonna
well.
I don't know if it's gonna let me do that here, but let's see. Yeah, I can't. I'll just have to put it up here so you know it's cooks very well. Because I'm in a different program now. Yeah, sorry about that. Cooks, and then very goes before it well. Questions there? Okay, the next one that we had was, get back to here. So with this one, the word that is capitalized is many. So we're going to start with many. So many what? Many what? Well, if we look for the opinion word is believe, right? So many what believe? You can't use Jerry, right? You can't say many Jerry or many famous. We need to have either some people or many things, right? And that would be with an S, plural, right? So we're going to use people, not musician, right? We can't use musician because there is no S. Many means more than one. So we could say many musicians with an S, but there's no S here. So the only one that is plural, that means more than one, is people. Many people or persons, right? So many people believe. The word that is not there. And I explained this to Tony's group earlier. You do not have to use the word that. In this exercise, the lesson includes, it has the word that for you to use as a connector, but you do not have to use it. You can always say any of these sentences without that. So for example, number 3, you could say, Brenda's teachers agree she is very gifted. You could take out the word that. Or in number 4, do you think Nina cooks well? You could get rid of that here. Do you think Nina cooks well? Or do you think that Nina cooks well? They all make sense. Yes, Juan, you have a question?
Yes, about that. But that's mean if you do it, it's correct, or if you
Yeah,
do it, you
it
can do
is
it
correct.
both
Yep.
or without.
With or without. So the speaker, the person who is talking, it's their decision if they want to use that. So for this activity, this lesson in the book, they wanted to use that to make it easier to know where the words go, right? The word order. It makes it a little easier, right? Because you have, for example, many people believe, or no, I'm sorry, where's that? Oh, up here. So Brenda's teachers agree, and then you use the word that to connect Brenda's teachers agree with she is very gifted. It makes it a little easier, to connect the words. But in English, speakers all the time will leave out the word that. They'll just say, oh, Brenda's teachers agree she is very gifted. So it's up to the speaker. And in these activities, if the word that is not there, then you don't have to add it. So for number 5, we do not have the word that. So we have many people believe. And then look at this. We go straight to Jerry because there is no that. So many people believe Jerry what? We're left with become famous, a will, and musician. Now this is much more difficult English, right? This is your level now. It's a challenge, right? How do these words go together? So after the word Jerry, you have to think what comes next. Well, we cannot say Jerry become famous or become musician famous, right? We know that we have to put the words together in a certain order. So the order is will become. Those words are the future. I will be president, right? So will become. Those words have to go together. Then the letter A means one, right? Means one. Because there are a lot of musicians, right? Juan is a musician, right? So Jerry will become one of all the what? The famous, right? Because you say he will become a musician. What kind of musician? That's where we put in the word famous. So many people believe Jerry will become a famous musician. And right here is a complete sentence. Jerry will become a famous musician. That's a tough sentence. Questions on that one? If you got that one pretty easily, your English, your grammar is very, very good. Because that's one you had to really, really think about. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of this color here. So it's probably way too much. Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's take the next one. Number 6. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. I think it was probably easier if I did not do it there. Yeah, I think it was easier when I had it here for me to type. Okay, so for number 6, can somebody tell me what you guys, anybody can come in and tell me how you put that sentence together?
Okay, I do that. Okay.
Go ahead, anybody.
Okay. I didn't realize that Danny has an attitude for fixing cars.
Okay, let's see. Danny has an aptitude for
fixing cars.
cars. Okay, somebody, oh, Grecia has her hand raised.
Yes, yes. Do you feel that mechanical skills are very
Oh,
important?
no, so we're still on number 6, Grecia? I thought you were raising your hand about number 6. So
Oh, number
I'll let you can do number 7. Let me just make sure that everyone understands number 6 and doesn't have any questions. Okay, perfect. All right, go ahead, Grecia. Thank you. Do number 7.
Okay. Do you feel that mechanical skills are very important?
Good. Do you feel that mechanical skills, right? Because what kinds of skills are very, did I leave out any words? Do you feel, yeah. I know you had to look, right? To see if you used all the words. Perfect. Do you feel that mechanical skills are very important because they have the word that in there? Any questions about number 7? Okay, we're doing well then. Somebody like to do number 8 for us?
Nina's know that her children are very different.
Good. Nina knows what? She knows that her children, they belong to her, are very different.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nina knows that her children are very different. Good, good. Any questions on number 8?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so we are done with page 1. So let's go to page 3. Let me close this off. So this is the one we had where you're rewriting it using that. Okay, so I had started number 2. I think that math, and I'll just finish writing it, is an interesting. So you can see here that, so Juan, we were just talking about it, right? So you can say it either way. I think math is an interesting subject, or I think that math is an interesting subject, right? You can do it either way. It's the person speaking, it's how they want to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions so far? All right, how about you, Carolina? Can you do number 3? Tell us what you guys got. Carolina, you with us?
Yes.
For number 3?
Yes. My teacher believes that all her students are gifted.
Good. Believes that all her students are gifted. Good. Thank you. Okay. How about number 4, Tony?
Do you feel that cooking is very important?
Good. After the last exercise, these were probably pretty easy, right? I think the book should put this exercise first and then the other one. I think the other one's much harder. Okay, thanks, Tony. All right, Kato, number 5, please.
Do you realize that he will be famous someday?
Good. Do you realize that he'll be famous someday? Okay, perfect. So again, you can see where you can use that or not. Do you realize he'll be famous someday? Or do you realize that? Sometimes people put in the word that for emphasis, for stress, right? So you say, do you realize he'll be famous someday? Or do you realize that he'll be famous? It's like they add the word that for stress or emphasis. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Or here. So if say I'm talking to Maria and she says, well, I think science is an interesting subject right here for number 2. And I say, well, I think that math is an interesting subject. See how I put the word that in there? It's like I really want to tell you, I think that math, I add that word for emphasis. So that's kind of how it's used in English for stress. Okay, the last part of page 3, we had to write questions with that and then give the introductory clause. So number 2 was, do you agree? And it asks you to use that. So we'll put it in. Do you agree that exercising 3 times a week is important? And I think on these, I'm just going to go ahead and put them in. I want to do another activity, and I think you guys have this. We say have it down. Does your teacher think that you have mechanical aptitude? Let me know if you got a different question or if you have any questions about any of these. This one is, do you believe? Oh boy.
Do you believe?
Sometimes I have a hard time, and I'm sure you guys do too, with this thing here. Do you believe that all children should learn ACE? Yes, I do. Very strongly. I believe that. My granddaughter.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. It works on parts of your brain. It makes you smarter. It's a fact. When I was in school, I remember that a lot of the student in my school was very diverse, meaning you had a lot of different people from everywhere, right? And so people who spoke a different language at home other than English, they did not speak it at school. I would never hear it. But I knew that at home they spoke Spanish or French or Portuguese or German, but they never spoke it at school because it was embarrassing. Back then, if you did not speak English, right, people were like, you know, why are you speaking that? Now you hear people speaking their home language everywhere. It's very common, and I'm glad. So my granddaughter, who is 2 years old, of course, she speaks English. My husband and I speak English at home, but her father speaks French. His native language, his first language is French. So he speaks to her in French, and she understands. And my son's wife, my daughter-in-law, she's Mexican, and she speaks all Spanish to her, and she understands the Spanish.
Really?
So she's gonna have 3.
Oh my God, that's nice.
She's gonna have 3 languages, and I think it's perfect. She should make her smarter. Yeah. So if you're not teaching your children your first language, make sure that you start. It's very important. Makes them smarter, and you make more money if you're bilingual. Yeah, some jobs they'll pay you more money, right? Why?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And also you make the kids be proud about what is the root of
Yes. Yes. I hate that when I was going to school, you know, a long time ago, that, you know, some of my friends were embarrassed. My best friend was Filipino. She spoke Tagalog, is their native language. And she would be embarrassed, like if a family member spoke to her in their language, she would answer in English. She would not answer.
Yeah, when I saw that, I feel sad because it's like a segregation in the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you said, it's like you feel ashamed, right, of who you are. So yeah, if you can, definitely teach your children that language. All right. So number 5, do you think that you have an interesting job? Okay. And then I thought that was the last one, but number 6, do you feel that all students should take music class? Feel that all students should take music classes? Okay, and then I believe there are two more. So I'm not going to type them. I think we get the idea. Number
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
does she realize that she is gifted in music, right? And
Yeah.
number 8, does he agree that Tom has interesting friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about this activity?
No.
Okay, the last page. This one you gave your opinion about things. How do you guys feel? Do you want me to review this, or do you think that you did okay? Because you were in a group. Do you feel that, and see, I'm using this. I'm using what you're learning. Do you feel that you need to review this exercise with me, exercise 3? Anybody? Raise your hand if you want me to give you the answers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this one you had to decide you agree or don't agree, right? And then in number 2, it's I am sure, right? 100% positive. So I'm going to say I'm not sure that, because it said use that. I'm not sure. And then I'm just bringing the sentence down. Women are more interested in taking care of children than men. Even though traditionally women took care of the children and the home, right? Traditionally. But now things are changing, so you really don't know. Okay, and stop me if you have any questions about these. I feel or don't feel. I feel that.
I feel the mathematical skills.
Oh, yeah. They are very, even for cooking, or especially for cooking.
For everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I know that I use them in cooking all the time. Taking measurements because I sew, right? I make things like blankets with a needle and I sew, and I have to, do how many feet do I want? I know for you guys, it's probably difficult because I think every country uses the metric system, right? Kilograms, millimeters, and the United States is the only country that uses the system that we use. Yeah, so I know they try to teach us the metric system. I know when I was in school, and then they stopped. So, okay, so I don't believe, I'm going to give my opinion here. I don't believe that. And then men like reading more than women, just bringing that sentence straight down. Okay. And then the last one, I agree or don't agree that women are better at cooking than men. And I don't agree that women are better at. They show a lot of the chefs. They used to say all the great chefs, right? The great cooks were men. But now you have so many famous women that are chefs. So I say I don't agree. Any questions here? Everybody good? All right, last part. Answer the questions. We've got the musician here. And this lady, it looks like she's working in an office.
Office, yeah.
Yeah. So is the singer 25 or 45? And you had to use I'm sure. So you see here, they put the word that in parentheses, meaning you can use it or not use it. So you can say, I'm sure he's 25, or I'm sure that he's 25. Number 2, is he more gifted in music or math? So it's I'd say, or I would say that he is more gifted in Music, since he's a singer, a performer. Does he have an aptitude for singing? Aptitude is natural ability. So yeah, I think he has. See, I had to change that one, right? That's one I had to change because it's not he have, it's he has an aptitude for singing. That's one you did have to change.
And also, you can say, I think that he has.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. Either way. So I'll put it in parentheses like they did. I think that he has an aptitude for singing. Yep. Is the woman 30 or 50? Did I look at her? She looks a little.
At 50.
I'd say that the woman, or you could say that the woman is 50. You could also go, I'd say that she, right,
That she
is 50, right? You could say she or she is. And then I believe it's the last one. Yeah. Is she working?
One question.
Sorry?
Can we say, I'd say that woman has 50?
Not has. So in English, it's not like Spanish,
Okay.
right? You don't say I have 50 years. You say I am 50 or she is 50. Yeah.
She is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
And then this one. Sorry, Juan?
No, my bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. For me, when I was learning Spanish, I had the same confusion. I was like, why do you have so many years, right? Yeah. Tengo 50 años or whatever. Why do you say that? It took me a while to remember that. But yeah, in English, we just say I am. Okay, I think, and then we could say that, right? That, and now we're going to change the order. So the question is she working? We're going to change the word order to I think that, because now we need to make it, right, this complete sentence, this statement. She is working. That's how we would say it, right? She is working in an office. So I think that she's working, right? Or she is, because I could do this. She's working. Any questions on this exercise? All right, we did great, you guys. Okay, let's go up here and we're going to do our oh, got cold. It was 109 in Merced today. Very, very hot. Was it 100 in Fairfield? Oh yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. Okay, so I think I can make it 200. So let's discuss these questions. So what I'm going to do is have each of you give an answer on this, give your opinion. So I want you to do exactly what it's saying here. So it says to use I think, I believe, let me get, so you have, oops. Oh, I can't do that here. I have to do it down here. Okay, so you're going to use, for example, oops. You're going to use maybe I believe, I think, I'd say, or if it's hard for you to say I'd say, I would say for that one.
All right.
You could say I believe or I don't believe. You can say I think, This is disappearing. I don't know. Why is it disappearing? That was really strange. Oh, it's disappearing ink. Okay. All right. So I believe, I think, I'd say, or I would say, I don't believe, I don't think, I feel, I don't feel, I agree, I don't agree. Anything like that that you would normally say in your language, right? You can directly translate, except I realize. Realize is different. But whatever one of these words that you want to use, you can. And then you are going to, so let me give you an example. That's the best way. So for this first one, are women more talkative? Remember, talkative talks a lot than men. Are women more talkative than men? I need to change, makes this very. Okay, so I'm going to put I don't, or no, I believe that women are, and I need to make this smaller, it will not fit otherwise. Okay, I believe that women are more talkative than men. That would be my opinion.
We also can say, I will say that women are.
Mm-hmm. You can use any of the you can use any of those introductory words. That's why it's saying you can use I believe, I think, I don't think. You can use whatever you feel like saying. You can use that at the beginning, and then you are going to, remember, make a sentence here. So instead of are women, you see I put women are. Women are, because we have to have a complete sentence on the second part. So women are more talkative. I can't say I believe that are women. It has to be I believe that women are more talkative than men, because that is a complete sentence. Subject, verb, and all the other information. And I'm going to go back here because I want to make sure everybody knows it is subject plus the verb and then plus the other information in the sentence. That's what you want to make sure that you put. Any questions before we start on how to do this? Okay. Let me make this a nice bright color so you guys can see it. Okay, how about number 2? Are boys better at math and science than girls? Okay, who would like to answer this one? And I'm going to write your answers when you give it so everyone can see it.
Okay, go ahead, Nadia.
Okay.
I was raising my hand too.
Okay, I don't believe that boys are better at math and science than girls.
Perfect. Let me make it so we can see it. I don't know why I referred it because I want blue. Okay, having a hard time, folks. Let's see. I don't believe, and you said that boys are, right? Because it says are boys, so we need boys are better. Just copying what it says up here. Better at math and science than girls. That is Maria's opinion. Okay. Anybody have questions about that? About her opinion? Okay. How about number 3? Who'd like to go next? Okay, they always say if you don't volunteer, you get voluntold. I will volunteer you. How about Kato? Kato, number 3, please. So are men more mechanical than women?
I don't believe that men are more mechanical than women.
Perfect. I don't believe that men are more, and I'm going to raise it up here in a minute, mechanical than women. Perfect. Okay. So that's the answer for that one. Anybody have questions about that? How it was formed? Anything? Okay, perfect. Number 4, are women more musical than men? I'm gonna call on you, Juan. You're our resident musician. You're the resident and the musician in the class that I know of. Are there anyone else a musician? Anyone else playing an instrument or sing? Anybody?
I think, but I didn't play any.
You don't play an instrument? Okay. You sing. You sing, Maria?
I love singing, teacher.
Okay.
But in Spanish.
That's okay. It's still singing. Anybody else? Any musicians? No? All right. So Juan, it's you. Give your opinion. Are women more musical than men?
I don't believe that women are more musicals than men.
Excellent. That women are more musical than men. Excellent. Okay, and I think the last one, oh no, not the last one, number 5. Grecia, are men more interested in sports than women?
I don't believe that men are more interested in sport than women.
Excellent. I don't believe, oops, what did I write? Okay, I don't believe that men are more interested in sports than women. It keeps changing every time I make another box, and I don't know why. Excellent, Grecia. Okay, anybody have a question about that one? No? Okay. Last question. And I can't see it until I get Grecia's opinion up there. Okay. Can women do the same jobs as men? Tony, what do you think?
I think that women can do the same jobs as men.
Excellent. You said I believe or I think?
I think.
I think. Okay. So I think that women can do, that's how it works. Women can do the same jobs as men. Perfect. Okay. Any questions on this top part, you guys? Okay.
Nope.
And now let's see here. Okay, what I wanted to do, I didn't want to do that top part. Now I want to discuss your answers. And let me move mine over so that we can have all of them together and make sure that you guys can see them clearly. Okay. All right, so looking at number 1, why is that not doing that? Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the blue, but it won't get rid of the blue. Where's it there? It is there. I tell you what, I am very tired of the computer right now. I really am. I am so tired of it this week. Okay, better at math and science. Where's that one? Okay, that one was right here. No, that was mechanical. So here was the math and science. Okay, so the math and science, was that you, Maria? I believe that was you. So you said you don't believe, right? You don't believe that men are, we know what the answers were. I'm not going to keep fiddling with that. So how about number one? Are women more talkative than men? I said, I believe that women are more talkative than men. Anybody disagree or have a comment?
No, I am agree. There are medical studies that show that women talk more words in a day than the men's. Then,
really?
Yeah. Then,
oh no,
a man can talk only 1,000 words in all day. Women more than 3,000 words. Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Then, oh my God!
Wow. That is wow. Okay, so I guess we do. But that makes sense because I think of my husband and he has, his days where he talks a lot, but most of the time not. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Anybody else have a comment about that? Okay. How about number two? Maria, you said that you believe, wait. Did you say I don't believe that boys are better?
No, I don't believe.
You don't. That's what happened. That got taken out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't believe that boys are better. Okay. Anyone have a different opinion? Anybody think anything different than that? Okay. What about number three? I don't believe that men are more mechanical than women. Anyone have a different opinion? Anyone think that men are more mechanical?
I think men are more mechanical than we. Sometimes we drive our car, but we don't know how to change.
How to change a tire.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Okay. And then we have, I don't believe that women are more musical than men. I think we all agree on that one.
Yeah.
I don't believe that men are more interested in sports than women. I don't know about that one. Tony, what do you think about number 5? Do you think that men are more interested in sports than women?
I think that the men are more interesting than women. Yeah.
I agree. Anyone else agree that men are more interested in sports?
Yeah.
You agree, Maria?
Yeah, because they start the TV and then look for sport.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. They look for the game so they can watch it, right?
Yeah.
Anyone think that women are interested at the same level as men in sports? Okay.
Well, I have 2 daughters and they practice a lot of sports. That is for me it's the same.
It's
but
the
I
same?
don't know. That's dependent the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because some women, like you said, are athletes, and then some women, they're not interested in sports at all. Yeah. And then I think for the last one, can women do the same jobs as men? I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Let's hear from you, Carolina. What do you think? Do you think women can do all the same jobs as men?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because some jobs are very difficult, or they require more force. maybe the men have more strong than women.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like construction workers, you have some women that can do that work, but most of the construction workers are men because you have to lift heavy things, right? There's a lot involved. So I do think that, maybe some women could do, some job as men, but I think a lot of the jobs that, like you said, Carolina, where you have to be really, really strong, that probably men are maybe a little bit better for that job. Okay, good. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to the last thing here, going back to our Google Classroom. And we will not be able to finish this today because, there are a lot of questions here. But under Unit 1, Lesson C, right at the top, you'll see where it says Unit 1, Lesson C, questions. The questions. So on that, you'll see you should have your own Google Doc. And when you open it, should look like this. And I'll just make it, oh, that's probably too big. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so Lesson C, this is questions with noun clauses. This is just using everything that we just talked about. So what you're going to do here under the instructions, number 1, you're going to choose 8 of the questions, just 8. So there are 16. I want you to do half. If you want to do more than that, you can, but at least do 8 of these. I want you to actually write your opinion. Get used to writing. That is what our kinesthetic learning, right? Where you do the physical, and sometimes it can help you remember the word order. So when you speak, it's faster because you've been writing it. There is a thing when you're learning a language, there is what we call receptive, right? Think of the receptionist, right? You go to your doctor's office, your dentist's office, and the lady that's working or the man that's working at the front, hello, welcome, that is the receptionist. They receive. So in a language, your reception, right? Those skills are listening and reading, because you are not producing anything, right? When you listen, you're just taking it in and trying to figure out what is being said. Same thing when you're reading. You're just looking at the words on paper or on your phone and figuring out what they say. Producing is much harder. Producing is writing and speaking, because speaking, you have to be fast, right? I ask you a question. I don't want to wait 5 minutes for an answer when I ask you, right? You know how you ask your children or your husband or your wife, and they take too long. And you say, I asked you a question, right? Because I want an answer, right? Right away. So speaking is much harder. You have to think of the word, right? The vocabulary word, the verb. How do you change the verb? Maybe it's the past tense, and you have to say it right away. And then writing also, because it's still, you can take your time, but you're still having to produce something. So I want you to write your opinion. You're going to use the same verb that is in the question. So if it is believe or feel or think, whatever that is, use the exact same verb. Number 4, you're going to use the same object clause. That is talking about the complete sentence that goes after that. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. And then you're going to follow the models I gave. So I put the introduction here at the beginning, and I put your verb that's in the question, right? Your believe, your feel, your think in red to make it easier for you to see here. So for example, do you think, and then you're going to put, of course, the word that. This is the question here. And then the object clause, right? The complete sentence after that, that's right here. That's this one. Dogs are better than cats. So that's what this one is. And then using the same verb that's right here. And that's that beginning part. Then if you're going to give your opinion, so say this is the question. Do you think that dogs are better pets than cats? You're going to use the same verb, think. So I think that. And then you're just going to bring this dogs are better pets than cats, right? If that's what you believe, right? If you think that cats are better, then you will put cats are better pets than dogs. You'll change it, right? But if you're going to say that dogs are better than cats, right? You agree with that. You're just going to bring this over here. Okay. And then you're going to say why. Why or why not? So you put the word because. You have to use because for this reason or for these reasons. So you put the word because, and then you give your opinion.
Okay.
So I think that dogs are better pets than cats because, in my opinion, right, dogs can smile and come when you call them. Yeah. That's why I think dogs are better. Or if you disagree, you say, you know what, I don't think that dogs are better pets than cats because, and then what's the reason? Dogs need a lot of care, right? Cats can kind of take care of themselves a lot. Questions on how you are going to answer them. You can always go back up here to the model to help you. Okay. So let's look at number 1. Do you believe that, and then here's that part, that complete sentence, animals are intelligent. And then why or why not? So if you agree, it will be why. If you do not agree, why not? What are your reasons? So I'm going to go in here and I'll say, oops, where'd it go here? I believe that, so I'm using believe, use the same word. I believe that animals are intelligent. So I just brought that right on down. Look, I brought it right on down. So underline it so you see what I'm talking about. And then I use the same verb there. I use the same verb. And then I put in that. You don't have to use that. If you want to use it, like Juan said, you put it in, or if not, you can take it out. So I believe that animals are intelligent. And now I need to say why. And so for why, I put in because. I believe that dogs are intelligent because, and then I will put my reasons. So I believe they are intelligent because, I don't know.
Follow orders.
They have order?
Follow orders or
follow orders. There you go. Because they follow orders or whatever your opinion is. So that's what you are going to do for each of the questions. Any questions on how to do this exercise? Anybody? No? Okay. So this you will be doing on, this you will be doing on your own. I'm not going to put you in breakout rooms, but if you can start doing this, we only have just maybe 10 minutes left. But if you can just start, that would be a great idea. At least get maybe 1 or 2 done, and that way you can see if you have questions. And so on this one, this is one where because I can see the papers that you're working on, you do not have to turn it in. You do not have to click turn in or share. I can automatically see your answers. So please do at least 8. This is not homework. We will do this again in class next week. But if you want to do it, if you cannot come on Tuesdays, for example, if you want to do it, I can take a look at it. And then I can give you some feedback or some comments about what you've done.
Teacher.
Yes.
Also, you say in Google Classroom you have a videos for see all the classes.
Yes, yes. I'll show you. Okay. So when you're here in Google Classroom, right, where you find the classwork, your activities, just go down and you will see class recordings. So I have recordings going back to the first day. So you can watch all of those. And of course, this one I'll post as soon as I can. And if you ever have a problem where you cannot see the video, please let me know. And it is private, so you can only watch it through Google Classroom. You cannot like take this link and try to open it somewhere. It will not work. You have to be signed into Google Classroom for this to work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I put a couple up there just in case you guys are struggling. Does anyone have any questions about how to answer these? Anybody struggling or you guys okay?
Yes.
Looks like you guys are. Okay. Okay, you guys only have about a minute or so. So let me know if you have any questions about any of the grammar or the vocabulary. Okay, well, if nothing, I'm going to go ahead and end the class here. Let you guys go and get on with your evening.
Okay.
If you think of anything, you can always text me. Just let me know who you are. Excuse me, and you'll be able to watch the video back in case you need the explanation again. And also on this, so you will be able to see what I have on here in the recording in case you need to look at the example. All right. Any questions, anything before we go?
No.
No? Okay. Have a wonderful.
Thank you so much, dear
You're
teacher.
welcome. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys.
You too, teacher.
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.